Extreme Earth. Learning objective to find out about the Earth's climate and areas of extreme temperatures. So climate and temperature we'll be looking at. A lot of what we do is determined by the weather, from what we wear to the activities we can do and to the foods we eat. How many different types of weather and phenomena associated with the weather can you think of? So what did you come up with? What weather words? How would you describe what the word climate means? Climate. Well, weather is the state of the atmosphere around the Earth at any given time. This is affected by factors such as temperature, wind, air pressure, and humidity. This diagram shows the first layer of the Earth's atmosphere, called the troposphere. This layer is where weather occurs. Climate is a region's weather patterns over a period of time. Different areas of the world experience different climates depending on where they are. Some areas experience hot climates while others have cold climates. Some have dry or humid climates. Have a look at this world map. Where would you expect the hottest and coldest places to be? And why? Well, the globe has a set of imaginary lines around it to help people locate where places are. The line exactly in the middle of the world is called the equator. The highest line is the Arctic Circle and the lowest line is the Antarctic Circle. So there's the equator there, going across South America, into Brazil, and then through Africa here, goes through Kenya, and then through Indonesia here in Southeast Asia. And the Arctic Circle here in the north goes through Alaska in the United States up here, so just up there, and then northern Canada here, and going through Greenland, Iceland, and then we've got here countries like Norway and Finland and Sweden as well, and then northern parts of Russia and Siberia. And the Antarctic Circle in the south here goes through no countries at all, actually, because south of the Antarctic Circle is just the Antarctic continent, as those of you know in Year 5, where Ernest Shackleton tried to walk across when we read the book Ice Trap. They talked about that. The area around the equator, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, is always closest to the sun. This makes these areas the hottest in the world. The North and South poles are the furthest points from the sun, which makes the areas in the Arctic and Antarctic the coldest. So, as you can see there, the sun is mostly on this blue imaginary equator line here. And then this is up here, the Tropic of Cancer, this white line here, the Tropic of Cancer, and then there's the Tropic of Capricorn in the south. So in between these two white lines is where most of the hottest places are, okay, because it gets more sunlight really, and it's closer to the sun. Whereas the places further north and further south of the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn get less sun, and they are colder, and even further closer to the South Pole and North Pole are the coldest places, the Antarctic in the south and the Arctic in the north. Some of the hottest places in the world are deserts. These areas get little rainfall and have temperatures that remain hot all year round. So they're the areas of areas of desertification. So lots of desert here, mainly the Sahara in Africa here. And then you've got some desert here along in California and Nevada and Arizona in the United States, and also into Mexico. And then we have a bit of desert here in the south of Chile and the west of Chile and Argentina. I believe this one here is the Atacama Desert. And then lots of desert there. Australia, I thought there was more desert than this in Australia, but quite a bit of desert in Australia as well. And also a few places scattered in Asia. Saudi Arabia there, and Qatar, and United Arab Emirates. That place is mainly desert, as you can see, that whole Arabic peninsula. But also some deserts are also really cold. So the Arctic and the Antarctic parts of that are desert because there's very little rainfall. The Antarctic is called tundra. 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 They are cold deserts because not much no rainfall really at all. Antarctica is the driest continent in the world, but it's a cold desert, so it's called tundra. So this is the Sahara Desert in Africa. What can you see? What do you think it would be like here? The hottest ever recorded temperature on Earth was recorded in 1913 in Death Valley, California, USA. The temperature recorded was a scorching 56.7 degrees Celsius. Why do you think it's called Death Valley? The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was in Antarctica. Antarctica is so inhospitable that no one lives there permanently. The only people who go to Antarctica are researchers who want to find out more about the area. The coldest temperature recorded is minus 94.7 degrees Celsius. So very, very cold indeed. As you can see here, there's an emperor penguin. If you saw on BBC One on Sunday, actually. Penguins spy in the wild. You get to see these emperor penguins really close up, huddled together, because they're definitely the only bird that can survive the coldest part of the Antarctic winter, huddled together, in the coldest conditions you can imagine. The coldest inhabited place on Earth, so the place where people actually live, is a village in Russia called Oymyakon. Temperatures rarely go above freezing and are regularly as low as minus 40 degrees Celsius. So very, very cold indeed. It's not only temperatures that causes extreme weather conditions on Earth. Some places have extreme amounts of rainfall. Mawsynram in India is reportedly the wettest place on Earth, with an average rainfall of 11,873 millimetres of rain a year. Compare this to the wettest parts of the UK, which get around 4,500 millimetres of rain a year, and you start to understand how wet this is. So, or over double, nearly triple, really, the wettest parts of the UK. The driest place on Earth is the Atacama Desert in Chile. This desert is so dry that rain is a very rare occurrence. In 1971, it rained for the first time in 400 years. So there's the Atacama Desert. As I said, the Antarctic is the coldest continent on the world, but the driest place on Earth is the Atacama Desert in Chile. Tornado Alley in the USA is the place in the world that gets more tornadoes than anywhere else in the world. Hundreds of tornadoes happen here every year. Tornadoes are known as twisters. Next time you complain about the weather, think back to some of the places we have learnt about today. It could be worse. Thank you.